Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm here at Virtuoso Travel Week, and I'm here with Lisa Bertini, who is the Director of Sales, right?
Director of North America Sales.
Okay, North America Sales. She's in charge of all the North America sales. She's here to meet with...
Market.
It's a small market, yeah. She's here to meet with all the Virtuoso travel advisors and tell them all about what? Aurora Expeditions, which is a cruise line that might be new to some of you, but it's been around quite some time, and we're going to talk about it and more. We've actually interviewed the CEO of Aurora Expeditions last year, and it, of course, is in the expedition category, which is really one of the hottest categories of cruising right now, and given as we emerge from pandemic, is really going to be hot, even hotter. So you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Well, Lisa, first of all, great to see you here at Virtuoso. It's great to actually see us live at a conference.
I know, touch and feel. Yeah.
And in fact, you're Monique, who's your CEO. I did it by Zoom from Australia.
Yes, Monique says hello, and she's in lockdown, as you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know when they're getting out. I don't know. They're not going to let those Aussies out. Like that. But let's talk. Tell our viewers, if they don't know already, what Aurora Expeditions is.
Well, Aurora Expeditions, first of all, we are so excited to be part of this Virtuoso network. But what I've learned today and meeting with Virtuoso members is they think that we're a new company, which we are not. We've been doing polar exploration for 30 years. In fact, this is our 30th anniversary. But we've been operating for Australians. Mm-hmm. So North Americans do not...
Keeping it all to the Australians, right?
Yes, yes. They're very greedy. But we are now launching to North America, and I can't wait to tell everyone about us. We are small ship, 2 ships, brand new, spanking new.
Some interesting names, too, right?
Sylvia Earle and Greg Mortimer.
They just roll off the tongue, and they were actually people, right?
Yes, actually people. Greg Mortimer was is an Aussie expeditioner. He was the first man to summit Everest with no supplemental oxygen. And Sylvia Earle, American, I did not know Sylvia until I started with Aurora, and she is now on a poster in my bedroom. She is such an awesome woman.
What is she?
She's a marine biologist. Okay. She was the first female chief scientific officer for NOAA back in the 60s. Mm-hmm. And she has led her career to founding Mission Blue, which is an organization that is really protecting our ocean. And that's one of the things that makes Aurora Expeditions really different is we really do care and do active things for sustainability.
Yeah, and that's great. Given your category, it's really it's a necessity. Now, give us the size. What's the size of these ships?
130 passengers tops. So average 120.
And you were here at Virtuoso, so obviously you have a little bit of a luxury bent, right?
We are. One of the things about our ships is they're brand new, shiny, beautiful interior, but Aurora Expeditions is all about the destination, not the ship as the destination, but it's certainly a great way and a comfortable way to get to those exotic places.
Now let's talk about those places, because obviously Antarctica is a big part of what you offer, but you do a lot more. But talk about first Antarctica and where you're going from. And you're doing it this year, right?
We are. We are bringing the Greg Mortimer to Antarctica this season, 11 destinations. We are leaving out of Punta Arenas, Chile, and we offer a wide variety of Antarctica choices from 9 to 22 days, and then also the opportunity for clients to choose a fly cruise, fly, or a fly. So if you don't really like the Drake Passage, you can avoid it.
Yeah, that's great. Everybody, although people tell me it's either really rough or smooth as glass, but you never know what it's going to be, right?
That's right. And the other thing about us is that people find us and are just delighted when they find out our wide variety of activities. Mm-hmm. Did you know that you can scuba polar dive in Antarctica?
I'm a little scared of that, I got to tell you. It sounds interesting. Have you tried it?
No, thank you.
Okay, well, that's my initial reaction, but you know what? I might go for it.
Ice camping. Shackleton's Crossing, following in the footsteps of Shackleton.
Did he? Didn't he? Didn't he not make? He didn't make it though.
We won't talk about what happened, but we are allowing guests to choose if they want to really push themselves in what they love to do. You can ski in Antarctica with Aurora Expeditions, and I think that's one of the things that the pandemic has kind of taught us. First of all, don't wait for the bucket list, as Matthew had said. It's your to-do list, and also
Matthew Upchurch said is you can't wait for the bucket list. You got to do it. Right.
That's right. And then also, I think people have been stuck in their homes and they want to get out into the world and interact with nature, wildlife, doing what they love, getting that fresh air, and we offer that. Yeah. So in addition to Antarctica, we also do the Arctic. Right. So a lot of choices.
You got a lot of so Arctic. I think you do Northwest Passage, right?
Northwest Passage. Right. So Arctic, Antarctica, and then a lot of global voyages, including Northwest Passage. We do Russian Far East. We are doing Baja. We're doing unusual Alaska, including the Aleutian Islands, and Raja Ampat. Almost anywhere in the world that you want to go.
No, where is Raja Ampat?
It's in Indonesia, and it is
I should know that.
And it is the best snorkeling and diving, bar none.
That's incredible. Yeah. So you're not, even though you're known for Antarctica and Arctic, you do other expedition cruises, and both ships are going around. Now, again, this was focused on the Australian market, and now you're opening up a lot more to, which is your job. Now your job is to open up
a small job during
just all of North America, right?
That's right. Yeah. North America and Canada. But like I said, one of the big aha moments was a lot of people thought that we were a brand new company, but we are one of the first explorations of Antarctica way back in the day. So we've been doing this for 30 years, and we have a fantastic expedition team. We have obviously brand new shiny ships, and we also have operations and planning department that's just bar none. They just really find the most unique. They listen to our expedition team, they listen to our past guests, and they put together these fantastic itineraries that are just so well planned.
Now, tell us, obviously your job is to focus on the travel advisors. Tell us, what are you doing with the travel advisors with Aurora Expeditions? How are you selling it?
Well, one of the things that I do like about our product is that we offer shorter days. So a lot of people here in North America don't have as long as holidays as some of those Australians. Yeah. So we have shorter trips, we have longer trips. We also have the ability for, like I said, the activities. And then we have an 8-to-1 expedition team to guest ratio. So you are going to have somebody right at your side asking questions, enriching your understanding of the big fantastical world out there. And then we are also creating ambassadors of the planet by the Sylvia Earle, our second new ship. She's going to have a Citizens of Science Center on board where we're going to do whale tracking and really interact with nature out there.
So you actually are doing some science and some activities as well, and so you're really almost part of a real expedition, right?
Absolutely. That's Expedition is our second name.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Well, it sounds like, and why do you think this category has suddenly become so odd? Now, you say you've been in it, Aurora's been in it for 30 years, but all of a sudden it seems like it's exploded. There's just so many people, including some of the mainstream luxury lines, have gotten into the market as well. I mean, it was all being done before COVID, so I'm not quite sure. Now, of course, it seems like a great choice, but a fortuitous choice, because now we all want to be out in the wide open spaces, re-explore nature and get out there. But why do you think everybody's getting so fascinated with expedition cruising?
Well, I think that there's so many, it's like a perfect storm as far as I see it. I think, like I said earlier, people have been cooped up. They want to go out and explore things, but they also they're a little bit more comfortable in a smaller, more intimate, small group setting. And then I think people are they're tired of waiting and they want to enrich themselves and learn more. There's a big, huge, wide, beautiful world, and it's very comforting to know that you're going with experts.
Now, do you think your customers are coming from, other cruise lines, other larger ships, or are they even new to cruise?
I think they might be even new to cruise. I think that right now, I've always been a firm believer that there's enough clients out there to fill all of the expedition choices. What's really going to be important is that travel advisors understand what the client wants and expects and finds the right product to fulfill that. Because the last thing we want, the guests want, anyone wants is that somebody gets on board and they aren't getting exactly what they need. So I think the expedition sector is going to be like old-fashioned cruise was, and we're just going to have to educate people on all the nuances within that sector.
Well, Lisa, congratulations on bringing this product to our shores. We've been hearing about it for a while now, and I talked to Monique Bonfort, who is your CEO, wonderful lady, and we talked about it. I said, "This is amazing," because I was one of those who didn't know, and they had to educate me that this was a company that had been doing these kind of expeditions for quite some time, and the history of some of the people, the ships that the people that are your ships are named after, I should say, is really fascinating.
Well,
to be honest,
it actually shares the core values of our company, and I would say curiosity, passion, and caring about the planet.
Yeah. Now, what else would you like to say out to the travel advisors out there? We got about 90,000 of them.
Wow, give us a shot. Look at us. We are. We have almost. I think that we tick all of the boxes. I've been in this expedition sector for a long part of my career, and they actually sold me on it because we're doing everything right. All inclusive. That's another thing I want worth mentioning. And we're a small and mighty team, and I am willing and very interested in training whoever wants to know more about expedition in general and how Aurora Expeditions fits into that place.
That's great. Now, where can travel advisors go to initially learn more, aside from calling you, to learn more about the company?
Aurora-expeditions.com. Top right-hand corner, there's travel agents, and you go to the Americas, and there's a whole portal that has really good basic information. And then also sign up to receive news from us. We oftentimes create interesting facts like 10 activities you can do in Antarctica, or what's the difference between going to the Arctic versus going to Antarctica.
And there is a big difference, actually.
There is. A lot of people don't understand it, though.
Well, and I've always thought, doing these northeast and northwest passage would be fascinating too. But I have yet to go to Antarctica. I got to get there.
We have to take you there with us.
Well,
we'd love to have a interview right in the midst of penguins. What do you think?
Only if you go and we do the frozen scuba together.
We'll talk about that later.
Well, Lisa, again, thank you so much. It's great to see you here at Virtuoso, and great to hear more about Aurora Expeditions.
Thank you, James.
I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.